What is up, Moody?
What's up? What's up?
Back out here, chilling out on this porch.
Mhm.
Not too bad of a day. Seems like it might get humid, but so far so good.
We got a rain shower the other day, people. It wasn't too bad, but I like the scattered showers of the East Coast.
Yeah,
That's what I missed when I was on the West Coast. You know what I'm saying?
never too long.
Yeah, you just got the fog out there, or not the fog, the overcast.
Yeah.
It's not like it just rains and then you're good.
Yeah.
But,
What do you got for Percy's?
I just got the one of the inspirations for this pod. I don't know if you saw this, but they ended 6 trophies.
Yeah,
They
I
called
heard.
their series finale.
Yeah.
And I just posted the link to it because I saw that they posted it. I think it was like Tuesday. And I like waited a whole day. I was like, man, are you serious? I just didn't listen to it immediately. And then I listened to it the next day at work.
Shout out to the OGs, like you said, the inspiration, especially when we get the champions of the week.
Yeah.
And just like the dynamics of kind of like giving out the trophies and whatnot. Like they're the originators, man.
Mhm.
Like I abandoned my child, I abandoned my boy.
Yeah.
Title to the Daniel Plainview title and stuff like that. So yeah, I saw that come across. It seems because I haven't been listening to them as often as I was when I was first on them, but
Yeah.
great pod.
They-
I know Jason's still doing the X-ray vision, but I
Mhm.
hope Shay. I mean, I want to say like he has to go back to the ringer, but it's a nice dynamic that I'm
Yeah.
like having him on the rewatchables or just on a podcast, just talking about movies and stuff is really entertaining. So hopefully he comes back sometime soon.
Yeah. Well, first of all, his book is coming out. He has a new
Mhm.
book that's coming out, Expensive Basketball. And I think that's either this week or next week. It's very soon that
Yeah.
comes out. And then they also were saying in the last pod that it's like, it's not goodbye forever or whatever. But, because they have another project that they're working on right now, apparently, but they can't tell you what it is. So
Hopefully it's sooner than rather than later.
But exactly. But that was the Percy that I had that I felt like was relevant. Like, especially like you said, when it comes to champions of the week, that's exactly what that is.
Shout out to the OG.
Yeah.
My Percy, I'll go with a oldie but classic. Back from the movies, the subject matter. So yesterday I saw Highest to Lowest, the new Spike Lee joint. It's a remake of an old Kurosawa movie. Great film. Like I said yesterday, it just so happens to be the two best movies of the year. My opinion, Sinners and Highest to Lowest just so happen to be by black directors. But to see Denzel work with Spike for one last time on his retirement tour, Spike just being an all-time great director,
an OG of
OGs, just amazing cinematography and just like composition, especially the music in it, just both from like the actual music, but then also just like the not the chorus, but
hook, bridge.
No, not the hook. There's the music that they have with like lyrics and everything, and then there's like the
composition.
Yeah, the composition.
Oh, okay.
That's not the right word, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, sure. I'm getting warmer.
Yeah, it was an entirely great film. Other movie I saw this week was also Nobody 2, the Bob Odenkirk joint, and I had never even seen the original one. I remember it was out in theaters. I'm like, I don't know if I'm trying to watch Bob Odenkirk like this because I'm like, if I want to see a John Wick film, I just watch a John Wick film. It's made by the same people. First one's cool. Like they're both fun movies. They're hour and a half fun movies that don't overstay their welcome, and they show you some pretty cool stuff, especially seeing like Bob Odenkirk out of character. Pretty fun movies, like nothing to really complain about. I had it as a 2.5. I'm like, you don't need to rush to watch this, but this is a pretty fun watch whenever you throw it on. You're like, I'll watch this. It's pretty dope.
Eventually, when one of your friends is like, have you seen Nobody 2? It's like, oh yeah, I meant to.
Yeah. The other thing with the movies is, so you've seen the movie trailer for Weapons?
I haven't seen the trailer, no.
Okay, yeah, but it's like a kind of like a horror thriller suspense movie. It's been really held in high regards by a lot of people that have seen it. It's like like people that it's made by the same guy that made Barbarian. I wasn't high on Barbarian. I was like, couldn't suspend my disbelief enough in the movie, and
that's pretty weird.
I was like, I wasn't really vibing with it. This was in my opinion, a better effort. The last act didn't really jive with me too much. I think Robert Kreger's, I think his name is, just not my style of horror. I think this was a better effort, but I don't hold it into the high regards of other people. My favorite horror movie this year is fucking Bring Her Back by the Filippo brothers, the guys that did Talk to Me.
Yeah,
those guys, they can make some horror.
Some good horror movies.
That like I don't think you'll like that one because there is a bit of body horror into it, but it's one of the gnarliest things that I've ever seen. I don't want to spoil it, but gnarly scene with this kid at a dinner table, at a kitchen table, and a knife.
Yikes!
And yeah, that's as much as I'll give you. But crazy movie, really hard movie to watch, especially a second time. But like when you watch it, it hits you in your like your gut and your heart. It's like, oh man, damn, this is a little terrifying to be in a situation like this. But yeah, overall, highest to lowest, I really enjoyed that movie. And I'm a big bias of a Spike Lee fan over here.
I think all of Hollywood is by. I mean, he's already a known walk around Scorsese level legend. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
that's like, if you ask me who my favorite director is, it's definitely Spike. But man, like, what a great film. Great film. Even if it's a remake and not like an original Spike joint, it's still a Spike Lee. It's everything about the way the movie's made is so Spike Lee and so black. It's just so great. And then to see Denzel again working against, especially like a lot of we got a really great scene with A$AP Rocky in the film that I was telling you about earlier, where it's just like, bro, like, that is awesome. That was awesome. That whole scene was awesome.
Work with him like that,
Like, so that was my back to the movies from the movies. It's been a while, but let's get into this episode of wrestling.
Doors opening. Step back to allow customers to exit.
Crowd as to how it's behaved. A weekly stroll, the Avenue,
Do the YouTube engagement things. Give us a like, comment, subscribe, smash all of those. Follow us on
constantly struggling over here to find the goddamn mouse. This thing just disappears every time. I'm trying to find it and click on something useful. What up, everyone? Episode 58 of the Wrestling Re-Up Podcast. 58. I know off the top of my head that's old Von Miller's number.
And Derek Brooks.
You said Jack Lambert for the Pittsburgh Steelers. We finally got some football players. I was thinking when we got into the hundreds, we were like, oh, I guess that's where it ends, calling out these players. And I'm like, I guess we can move on to like draft picks. It's like, this is the 122nd draft pick, all time. It's like, okay.
The greatest at each number.
Yeah, but
that'll cover us until like, how many picks are in the draft?
256.
256.
Something like that. So
that covers 5 years of basically.
Yeah.
Just NFL players.
Episode 58. This week in wrestling, man, titled, we got this called the TKO WWE Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah.
We'll get into what that means a little further, but I mean, you came up with that title because, again, a lot of the big talk is, WWE counter-programming AEW. And
at the pay-per-view level specifically.
Even with even their Saturday night's main event, they're trying to flip John Cena's, last day. It was supposed to be like December 13th, and now they're trying to push it to the 27th because that's like where World's End.
That'll definitely
rumor is, I heard it on the Masked Man, it's a fight between, I think, Boston and maybe DC for where John Cena might have his last match. So, hey, if it's DC, we got to get tickets to that.
If it's in DC, it's going to be at the White House. And Trump is going to be there. That's what's going to happen.
I hope not.
That's what that is.
It wouldn't be enough people.
I promise you that's what it's going to be.
It wouldn't be enough
I'm calling that right now because they already been talking about, I mean, TKO owns UFC, right? And we've been talking about UFC having an event on the White House lawn. So go ahead and think that the WWE won't be right there.
I'm sure they're
having those conversations. They are having those conversations. Rest in peace, Terry Bollea. He was, Mr. America and all that stuff. Cena is that. He's the GOAT and all that stuff. Go ahead, have his last match in front of the White House. Have the president shake his goddamn hand. Right after he loses.
That case, I'm not going to the match.
Yeah.
The only way I'm going to the match is if that joint's at the Capital One Arena.
Book it. But yeah, anyway, gotta be at the Capital One. But start off with Raw. We are both bad with the Notion doc this week. This is the one episode that I missed. But going through what we do have lined up here. Let me see. You got, oh, well, I'll tell you what. I'll just start off with the biggest thing on my mind, which we talked about beforehand, which we had the one-on-one match of Roxanne Perez versus Io Sky.
Which was originally supposed to be Naomi, but Naomi was not medically clear.
Yeah.
And internet rumor has it that maybe she might be pregnant. But, well, we won't dive into that. We don't like dealing in rumor and gossip like that. We just hope Naomi's good.
Yeah.
But yes, Roxanne over Io.
Yeah. Getting a roll-up pin because Damage Control comes down to like
Kabuki Wars.
Oh, yeah, excuse me. Yeah. Think of Bailey not there anymore, but Kabuki Wars come down. Asuka and Kairi come down to lend the face assist. Everybody's a face in this situation on the Kabuki Warrior side. Kairi going for Roxanne ducking out of the way. Roxanne pushing her into them, hitting heads, and then we just get the straight roll up, grabbing the tights or not. I'm like, yo, that is like we just got a whole storyline. One of like Rhea's underlying just character motivations is just she hasn't beat Io as much as like Rhea is over and is mommy of WWE. So I was just like, God damn, that is that's biggest win of her career right there. Like clearly straight up. I'm just like, what the hell? So I had a mind to put it in Reggie just to be like, yo, you that's like Maxine beating Becky.
What?
It is. Or not, that's an exaggeration. You're right. Hold on, let me correct myself. You're right. But just in the sense that like I was thinking of the understudy kind of thing. But yeah, obviously Maxine's whole character is that she can't wrestle. That's not the thing with Roxanne. She's a prodigy. Yeah, exactly. It's just that she's new. So I don't know if who else is new on the roster? I don't know. Stephanie Vaquer. Vaquer is a great wrestler. But if Stephanie Vaquer right now got a clean roll-up win as a heel on Io, I'd be like, what
the... holding tights.
Well, that's clean by heel standards. You know, they're going to win by how they're going to win. Well, clean by... That's the thing. That's
not clean by heel standards? What?
Yeah, because they're bad guys. That's kayfabe for them. It's like, you know, everybody would say that, you know, my guy's pretty deadly. They're the nicest guys ever. They just cheat a little bit. That's why they're heels. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, obviously she's great and stuff, but I was like, holy shit. All right. That was just surprising to me just seeing that. I was like, all right.
I have this at mid just for the fact that I like Roxanne.
I'll have that mid too.
I don't put that disrespect that you do, or I'm like, this is
I corrected myself. It's not disrespect. I corrected myself.
I think Roxanne, I think Roxanne could probably hold the women's title when Liv gets back.
Sure. And then, I mean, as hot as Stephanie Vaquer, I think that's a great analogy that I said. Because Stephanie Vaquer, I think, is a great parallel to that. As hot as she is, too, she don't even speak English, but she's completely over with the crowd, too.
I like this. I'm intrigued by this.
Io is the best wrestler in the world right now. Let's just get that clear. So that's why I was just surprised.
I'm intrigued by this because I'm like, Io told him before the match, please, I don't need your help. I'm good. And they still came out. And if this leads into an Asuka versus Io rivalry, where Asuka is actually a heel, or even Kairi, even if this ends in like a three-way for whatever reason.
Yeah, either one.
Like, that would be fucking dope.
Yeah.
And I don't mind the Kabuki Warriors. I just rather have them as singles wrestlers rather than being a tag team. Use it as a faction and not as a tag team. I'm fine with it. And let you guys kind of break apart because you guys are both striving to be number one. Fine. I just like the fact that I think there's more meat on the bones with heel, Kairi, and Asuka than there is them being faces.
Yeah. That's why, once again, I got to get my head out of the fact that it was Roxanne that beat her. That's all.
Yeah.
Because really, like I was also saying, like, that's a huge win. So I would want that momentum to go towards a singles thing for Roxanne.
Yeah.
But is that likely to happen? Are we about to see, I mean, a singles push for her? I mean, maybe. If they can still stay together as a faction, they're not the tag team champions right now, no more. But obviously, they're still gonna have to get back. But
I mean, maybe she might be put into the Clash of the Paris match. I don't know.
Yeah. But either way, still good stuff. We got Sami Zayn versus Rusev, where Sami Zayn ended up getting the win by disqualification because it was the follow-up. You reminded me that, he got the pin on Solo last week.
Yeah, I was totally confused about, like, why is Solo out here jumping Sammy during this match.
Yeah,
And then I was like,
exactly.
oh yeah, like Sammy got the win on him in Montreal. So
Mhm. And then, so that's the way that ends. But also in that same exact segment, because it was against Rusev, Sheamus shows up out of the crowd,
yeah,
and then we end up having that like pull apart brawl where
the
you know-
continue with like Chicken and Peter Griffin fight.
yeah, exactly. That's actually that's exactly what Sheamus is. Sheamus is Peter Griffin, and then you can just have anybody inside of like the chicken suit, and that's his whole gimmick. It's like the brawling brute, like fight night, all that stuff. He's like, I'll square up with anybody, like that bruising style. But yeah,
I had a LA Knight and CM Punk getting the win over the Vision in DQ. Mostly for the fact that we get a confirmation that at Clash in Paris, we're getting a fatal 4-way between Seth Rollins, Jey Uso,
LA
Knight, and CM Punk for the World Heavyweight Championship. So,
crazy 4-way.
Yeah,
that is a crazy 4-way for sure.
I think Seth still retained, but it should be a fun match.
Yeah,
should be a fun match.
Yeah, he's definitely retained for sure. What else we got on here? Did you catch we got AJ Styles. Or
anything that has to like where El Grande.
I was gonna say El Grande, you gotta have it.
I'm just like,
this was an official match though, but it was El Grande and Mysterio beat.
Yeah, but
AJ
it's the same shit. I'm gonna put the gang in my face. And
yeah.
Even if Dominic comes out and helps and does pretty much the same thing, it's just like,
yeah. Once again, that's why
when are we moving forward? It just seems like we're treading water at this point. Where I'm like, I get the character, but like, can we at least move forward with this a little bit?
And that's where I say it's like clean by heel standards, because that's where it's like that's El Grande's finisher. You know what I'm saying? Sure. So it's like it's the fact like that's part of it is that the fact that the ref doesn't see and that thing is loaded, or his mask is loaded. So, but I did want to bring this up too because I did say before I was like I like the Dominic Mysterio mask. Mm-hmm. So I was like, I mean, because the one that he came out with when he got out of prison and fought his dad, that was just his dad's mask in black. So the fact that he had like the big question marks and like the little mohawk on top, I like that little stylization. So that was the only reason I wanted to bring that up. But yeah, the heels end up getting the win after that. And also, I would say, well, you got any more for Raw?
No, I mean, like we said, Maxine got her ass kicked.
Well, yeah, we knew that was gonna happen. Poor Maxine.
Yeah.
It was like she was about to get her arm ripped off. I was like, no, don't hurt my porcelain princess.
What else on Raw happened that we might want to call out?
Yeah, we covered the main event. There's still some in between stuff. Like I said, sorry, this goes to our bad work at the Notion doc, because Bleacher Report still has like the in between descriptions of stuff that happened backstage and stuff. So, but I guess I was gonna say just the whole time is that Triple Mania is today. So, and that's gonna be on YouTube.
Yeah, I'm gonna make that the title of the episode is can Dominic become the actual king of the Luchadors and win the mega title?
I'm booking that.
Mega World title.
I'm booking that.
Like I said, there's 3 WWE guys in that match. Dragon Lee, El Grande Americano, who surprisingly has a pop. Like I was watching one of, like I told you the other day, yesterday, that I just threw on one of like AAA's like newest like premiere videos that they had on. It was just a bunch of like the crossovers from WWE, and like El Grande Americano was like he was getting over at the AAA crowd, and they had his gear on. They had mask, t-shirts, and everything. They was singing along with them. Fucking Ludwig speaking pretty fluent Spanish. I was like, oh, okay, damn, that's wild. But and then you got El Vikingo.
Yeah, unless you're bringing once again. Because like I said, how good is it for the individual versus the company? Because like if Vikingo retains, I can see Vikingo on the WWE roster. He's one of the best luchadors in the world too. Like,
but you could bring him on the roster trying to get back the title. No different than like every other TNA star doing that in NXT.
Sure, yes, exactly. That's how you could introduce him. But that's where I'm like, either way. But I'm booking that either. Like I said it, I was like, If you're picking a WWE guy to win that, imagine the pop of it. El Grande winning that. Now the question is, which version of El Grande? Is it Ludwig? Is it Chad Gable? Or is it Pete Dunne?
It probably is Ludwig in the ring, but I believe it would be.
They should do Bella Twin Magic. Like just have all 3 of them, like 2 of them underneath the ring, and have one of them start. And you just have them like switch out.
I was just saying they just help him interfere and help him win the match.
Yeah.
But That'd be though, because we can't like they're clearly.
They're clearly we've seen them all together now, so yeah, because you can't do the twin magic thing.
Anything else from Raw?
Nah, that's all I got.
All right, let's move over to the bodega. Also, probably want to put your phone on the chair rather than this because.
You keep saying that for sure. Don't want the technical issues again. Accidentally muting the mic.
This USB cord here is broken and loose, so it keeps popping out of the microphone, and then we end up muted without even realizing it half the time.
Yeah. The biggest thing that happened to me, or my biggest primo, honestly, I thought it was very well done, was Kaylani and Lola in a tag match getting the win over JC Jane and Fallon Henley.
Yeah.
And the exclamation point is actually JC Jane taking the pin to Kaylani. And I would just really love the end of that match where, Fatal Influence is like lifting her up and she's like all woozy with both of her championships. And you see Ash by Elegance in the crowd and you see Masha Slamovich in the crowd. And she's like just completely out of it, just got her ass beat. So I just thought it was really well done. I didn't expect her to take the pinfall, but obviously that's where you beat your champions at, like to build it. So it's like, because it matters, but it doesn't. It's a visual pin. It's like, they're not indestructible.
I think for both these primos, which I'll agree with, the other primo you had was Nia Jax over Flash Legend. But you pointed out before we even watched NXT was that they had the Maybelline ad in that. Yep. And I'm like, it makes sense if you got the hottest women's division in the world, and these are like, the prime, one of the prime reasons to watch the show. You're going to get some women advertisement on there. And, hey, you gave both great women's matches on at least two top quality matches in with that advertisement there. So, that was a great match. Lola Vice and Kalani. I think Kalani definitely, again, she's one of my favorites ever since, she, won the North American title. And I was like, all right, good luck.
And that's the same way I felt about JC Jane, because no disrespect to JC.
Yeah,
I'm into her, but once again, it's similar to what I said about kind of like Kaylani, and I said this about Lyra Valkyria. Sometimes the championship can make the person, or the other way around. The championship made them. To me, or in my view as a fan, I didn't care about them until they held the title. And then I was like paying attention, and I'm like, oh, okay. So I felt the same way about JC Jane. That's why my eyebrows went up. Where I was like, JC Jane's double champ.
I think what's up with JC Jane though is that she's having really great character.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think she's the best character out of those three.
The fact that Fallon Henley and Jasmine Nix don't really see, they tolerate her. They don't her. They kind of tolerate her, and they're not afraid to be like, that's a you problem. It brings for a pretty entertaining, championship
dynamic
heel reign. Yeah. And then Nia versus Lash. Lash tried to do what Lyra tried to do to Nia.
It was
trying to get the power bomb off of Nia off the second rope. Could not do it. Nia annihilates her, and then does it again and gets the 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I mean that was just for really the finish of it, and it's funny because it's like we had to look this up, but it's like because you were pretty sure that Bianca had hit a KOD, and I was like, I'm pretty sure she hasn't.
She got her set up for it
exactly.
She couldn't get it all. She couldn't get it through. And Nia got out of it and ended up defeating her. It was at Queen of the Ring.
Yeah, because she even when she did get her up, she was off of the second rope.
Yeah,
when she got her.
She didn't get her off the ground. She had to had her propped up prior.
But Lash might have gotten the farthest with Nia because she had her up in powerbomb position. Nia's off the rope, so she was holding her weight for a split second there.
Bianca did that. Actually.
I'm just saying that she should be in that upper echelon of power when you think about women. So the fact that she just held her there for she got annihilated immediately, but for that 2 seconds before she did, it was like, oh shit, you might get this powerbomb. Nope, fine. So
I feel like Lash has got gold power. Well, right now Bianca, since we've seen more of it verified,
platinum.
Platinum or diamond,
yeah, for sure.
Whichever's the highest.
Yeah. So those are our primos. Other mid I have are mids. Dark State in the main event. And the W over the
Oba, Trick, Javon, and Moose. Amalgamation of a
Black
team.
Kings, the Black Kings.
Yeah, the Black Kings, as you called them last week.
Yeah.
I actually like this. for the fact it was a good win for Dark State. I think Shaquan Sugars, as we said, is still the only guy that really is
that I even know his name. I don't even
Um,
still care about the other
But
guys.
I did like how the match ended in the way of like how the team kind of functionally broke down and accidentally hit each other with their own moves. And then you get Javon being surrounded by the Dark State, getting set up for that throwing powerbomb thing that they do. And
it's like a alley-oop. Like,
Yeah,
throw it up
alley-oop
for like a double
powerbomb.
power bomb.
and Trick is right there on the side. And you could say that like, oh, he should have went in there and helped. That's a heel thing. And it's like, but it's also kind of smart. It's like 4 niggas. Like four of them. Like, what are you gonna do?
Like I said, it makes that's why I say heel kayfabe. That makes sense.
Not even heel kayfabe. That is just also like, I'm not gonna get my ass kicked by 4
that's
people.
Still, but in the moment, that's your team. You should want to win the match. That's the whole point.
Sure.
Like, you're taking this L, and you're saying that you don't care about taking the L. Like, that's being selfish. So that you just described being selfish. That is a heel thing.
And like, being smart.
All right, still. All right, sure.
But I liked it, and it was a great ending, and it made sense to me. And Dark State really got the win in that situation the way it played out. So.
Yeah, I really like that.
I don't know if the win is going to do anything for them in the long run, but it was a good
for the episode. Yeah, for sure. I had also Tavion Heights debuting Tyra May Steele, from Evolve.
Yeah.
And also Olympic gold medalist, I guess I'm assuming in wrestling. She came in there and gave Germans to the Secret Hervis.
Yeah.
They did their job. They protected. I really like the fact that Chelsea Green, like, they really leaned into like the Secret Hervis now, where she's just in dresses.
Yeah.
And like just in her regular clothes, and they're just doing giving them more of a shine, like doing all the muscle work. Granted, they're still jobbing. But Alba Fire got this. I mean, this actually happened after Alba Fire got a win. And they were yapping about how Canada was better than America. Tavion Heights come out. He was also an Olympic trials guy.
Yeah. And
then you get Tyra May Steele coming out and Germaning everybody. Even Ethan Page. So I really like that. Except Chelsea got out of the way. But just for a debut Impact, I'm like, I didn't know who she was, obviously. Outside of the fact that she was from Evolve. You know, I knew that. And it's like, you're gonna have to remind me. I mean, you don't have to remind me anymore because she's like in red, white, and blue. But yeah, okay, she's an Olympian. Okay. And the first woman gold medalist. So she's woman Kurt Angle for WWE for sure. And then lastly, I would have Joe Hendry over Charlie Dempsey.
That was a fun match. Yeah.
Yeah, just for the fun match of it, just because Joe Hendry just staying on NXT TV. That's all it is.
Yeah.
And I think it's funny how the logic of last week was like, Charlie was upset because there wasn't going to be any wrestling or he didn't have anybody to train because Tavion's out. But it's like the only thing that cheers him up is wrestling. So it's like, would he be in a better mood from losing? That's what I'm like. I guess he's a coach, so I guess he appreciates the sport of it. So I don't know, maybe.
Again, he needs to rebuild a squad.
Yeah.
Same way we get like Chase U 4.0.
Chase U, yeah.
Like how many people just like I was like, oh, Chase U's dead. And then it comes back, and then it dies, and then it comes back, and it's dead, and it comes back, and it's like, okay, just rebuild your university, bro.
Yeah, right.
You can always find people in Evolve or LFG. Anything else from the bodega?
No, that is what I got. That's what I got.
Cool. You're making some clean time. That's what happens when got a pretty chill week of wrestling.
For sure. No pay-per-views or PLEs, whatever.
Pop-up shows.
Yeah, exactly. The only primo I got here at the coffee shop, Dynamite, I like Hangman calling out MJF. Or really, it was MJF trying to think he was going to get one over on Hangman. And I thought about this because also last week, I know I put it in Reggie, the fact that Athena was cashing in. Like ahead of time, she said that. However, Athena's a heel similar to MJF, but in this sense, MJF's whole story has been the fact that he just wanted this as a backup plan. And he was tricked into it, really more than anything, because he's like, oh shit. Like the acting was great right there, where he's like, the regret on his face. He was dripping in regret after he said it. And even on commentary, they're like, oh, he didn't think about what he was doing right there. So that's why I had it as primo. And might as well just jump to the entire show of it, because this started off the show and this also closed off the show, the rivalry between MJF Hangman, because at the end of the show, Kathy Kelly is getting Renee. Yeah, get all of my interviewers mixed up. Yeah, it's definitely Renee on AEW. She's number one. But she's like talking to Hangman. He's on the way out. What you think about MJF? Yada yada yada. Of course, what do we get? MJF jumping him from behind, beating his ass. He throws it upside a hood of a car, and just threatening him. Just get a beat down real quick there at the end because his ego's hurt and his plan just got crumbled. So
quickly too.
Yeah, very quickly. It's like, oh shit.
Like, you didn't even it didn't even take you months to get goaded in.
Yeah.
To cash in your contract.
Yeah.
Then again, you can't make it like the Money in the Bank all the time. You got to be like, nah, I'm gonna be legit with it. If you're gonna add something, if you're gonna make it feel a little different, you don't want to make it feel like the same gimmick.
Yeah.
So I can understand that. I'm not saying that's their logic, but that's the way I can kind of process of how you would do that so quickly.
Yeah, for sure. That was the only primo I had though. The mids I got is Moxley getting the win over Kevin Knight. For the bit that we did see of that, it was really good. I mean, obviously Kevin Knight is in this physical front once again. I mean, these things go without saying, but also just to hit another nail on the head, I think what I just really appreciate about just what happens more commonly in the non-WWE wrestling companies is finishing without finishers. Because in this one, it's just a straight up. I mean, Moxley is a brawler, but you also know he's a great submission tactic. I mean, he does, jujitsu and stuff like that. So we get the Kevin Knight going up for a UFO splash, knees are up, and then I just pull you into a alligator, I called it an alligator roll. It's like I think Taz called it a rouge choke or something like that, when he was just on the ground, getting him to tap out like that. So that was really good. And also to follow that up, we got the next appearance of Darby Allin.
More body bags.
More body bags. And trying to kill the Death Riders.
First he put Yuta in it, then he got put in it. Casanoli did the
big spin, but on his shoulders, it was like a spinning torture rack he put him in.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah.
That was fun. And I appreciate this is the second week in a row. Like John Moxley, first you were with Speedball, this week you were Kevin Knight. Obviously they're a tag team. But the fact that you're working with these younger guys and giving them great matches on television, it's like props.
Yeah.
Props. It's like, again, like I was saying, like with Denzel in the movie, it's like to be able to work with the younger talent and just kind of pass on this kind of knowledge and experience is dope. As it just shows veteran leadership. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, and that's not for nothing either, just because that's literally been the backbone of the Moxley's Death Rider heel thing is who's going to step up and all that stuff. It wasn't delivered to the best. I mean, we agree initially, but that has been what he's been saying the entire time up until Hangman is the one that stepped up to that level and take it off of him. So, another mid that I had up here was the face women. We had a multi-woman match and a multi-man match on this episode of Dynamite, but the multi-woman, Willow, Queen Aminata, and Alex Windsor getting the win over Mercedes Moné, Tekla, and Sky Blue. This was just fun altogether. Once again, synergy. I mean, that's really what I got to say about both of these matches. And what was funny is that, I guess I should just amalgamate all of them because I have the same thought that we would usually say when it's just great for the in-ring stuff, for what it is. Obviously, you have a bunch of people that are just continuing their storylines all in a cluster. That's all it is. It's just the rival for this week, and just pushing getting by for the week, really, but just synergy. It's important, especially when you got that many bodies.
How do you feel
running
about
around?
I think we have a tag team match in Scotland, whatever pay-per-view that is, between Tony Storm and Alex Windsor versus
Athena,
Mercedes and Athena.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
So I mean, that's an echo of what I'm saying right now. I mean, it's a lot better in the sense that it's those are clearly the two challengers and the two champions. You know what I'm saying? So it's I care about it more so than this for sure.
What are your odds on who wins?
I mean, tag match can go either way. So I mean, let's get really who's taking the pinfall? I mean, the easy answer is Alex Windsor. because she's the lowest on the totem pole.
Do you think Mercedes and Athena could work together, knowing that they got a match against one another?
I mean, sure. Ooh, because I don't think you can pin Athena. I don't want to pin. That's hard. It's hard. I don't know. This isn't a pay-per-view. I don't have to pin.
Mercedes could take the pin.
She could.
It's the same thing. Yeah. It's like, I got the champion, so it's like I got 8 championships.
Well, say if you're about to beat her, I mean, well, I guess if Alex Windsor is about to beat her, then don't beat her on the show. You know what I'm saying? I would have the same thing as Athena.
Maybe Alex gets the win, and then she challenges for the TBS.
Yeah. Well, that's what it is. That's the way it's slotted, because Athena's challenging Tony. Yeah. So we're slotted for that already. So, but yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Definitely, that'll be for sure.
Yeah, that definitely is happening.
It is happening. Yeah, that's all right. What else we got? Let me look back.
I'll add to a Miz. I like the Young Bucks has just been killing it for me. Again, I'm gonna still have the Miz rising, but everything has been killing it, and their match has been great. I like how they super kicked the ring announcer.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Petty.
I mean, he started it. He called them these guys, like versus these guys. It's like, yo, come on now, like they got names.
Yeah. I'm trying to see.
Shout out to them.
Oh yeah, it was because I was just for the whole match. It was Kyle Fletcher and Josh Alexander from Don Callis family and Young Bucks versus the Conglomeration and Hiromu Takahashi, because I never seen him before too. So I was like, it was a mouthful of an 8-man match where I was like, God damn. That's where you understand WWE. It's like, Joe, take these last names out.
Is that 8-man or is it 6?
That was an 8-man. Yeah, that was an 8-man. But yeah, we got the reunion of
Cope and Christian.
Yeah, because Cope had a match versus Stokely Hathaway.
Funny match.
Yeah, speared him twice. I mean, Stokely attempted the spear, which is funny, falling into a brick wall. Yeah. He just died at every offense Cope gave him, which he should. That's the way it works. But of course, I mean, Cope wins by interference because we're protecting Stokely for whatever reason, and he can't take an L. But we get Christian coming back with the reinforcements of Spike. Yeah, exactly. And we get the hug it out from the crowd, and I guess Christian got his head on right. So Cope and Christian are definitely together.
We'll see for how long.
Yeah.
Because Christian's still a dick. Yeah. What else we got? The Ops over LFI.
Yeah, had that in shape. Yeah.
Police Report gave that a D+.
Yeah. Oof. That was rough.
I believe they gave that a D+. Let me double check that.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, I keep doing that. I'm gonna get it right, people. Yep. But yeah, that's what we got for AEW. I mean, I did end. Once again, I have one last thing to say, because the reason that we can't even comment that well on all this stuff is the Reggie for this week, for sure, is, granted, we should be better fans than catching this live, but for me personally, I don't have cable. So all the watching of
it's on HBO Max.
AEW that I have, all right, well, but it's not. Is it live?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm at work,
yeah.
So I can't stream HBO Max. Like, that's just way too much data. So I'll have to wait until I come back at least. Then. But this week going in, usually AEW, their YouTube videos be like sometimes 15 minutes long. You know what I'm saying? That's nothing. 8 on average.
Yeah.
Every single one this week, 50 seconds, no more than 2 minutes. And I'm like, yo, what the hell am I doing
here?
We
didn't even have an 8-minute highlight reel of what happened in the show.
Yeah, not even the top 10 moments or none of that. So I'm like, what the hell what are we doing here? So social media, I see what y'all doing. Y'all pushing me to HBO Max. So I guess y'all just gonna make me not watch it.
Well, I gotta watch it the next day. That gets into the conversation again. WWE counter programming AEW.
Mm-hmm.
And AEW,
they're like, hey, we gotta get our numbers up.
Possibly getting, television competition on the same night with TNA. If WWE ends up getting TNA possibly getting bought out by your Houston Rockets cousin owner.
Yeah, that's crazy. I didn't even know that until you said that.
Fertitta.
Yeah.
Apparently that's the rumor. And so AEW getting a lot of competition from WWE and from multiple aspects. Said we just talked about how Forbidden Door, I believe, is going to be counter programmed. I guess with like Heat Wave and then probably Clash in Paris and all that as well. They're already talking about SummerSlam. John Cena's last match. We talked about that earlier a little bit. John Cena's last match possibly being counter programming to AEW's
Dynasty.
World's End.
World's End. Okay.
World's End.
Yeah, that's the end of the year.
Yeah.
The Empire Strikes Back.
Again, like I said the same thing back in the day because I'm like, man, like AEW would take shots at WWE. I'm like, yo, y'all not even. Both y'all can exist. Like y'all don't need to like this doesn't need to be a rap thing. You know what I'm saying? Like we could both enjoy this stuff. It's not even the same dynamic as it was when it was WWF versus WCW. Like WWE is such another plateau of what you guys are providing. It's like Disney at this point, where like AEW is still a wrestling company, and it's like no offense to that. It's just like yo, you're on two different levels. But the fact that I was gonna call this originally like something like along the lines of like Shook Ones Part 2 because I'm like. The first version of this was AEW, Dynamite, and NXT being on the same night, and them having that Wednesday Night Wars.
Yeah.
For like a couple of months until WWE was like, we're gonna switch to Tuesdays because we don't want to
take the numbers away. Yeah.
And do all this. Not even they just like didn't want to be a participant in it. I guess. Now you're coming back and saying like, oh, we want to preempt everything that they're doing and. We're gonna try to take away television deals or like get into like put like use our advantage because TKO doesn't own TNA, but the relationship that they have with TNA is like we'd rather have TNA dominate Wednesdays than AEW. But again, I brought up the question in the pre-pod. Does this lift up AEW because WWE is telling you like don't watch that? No, and it's gonna get people to want to watch it. They're like. What is this thing that you don't want me to do so bad?
Yeah, I think what would happen is exactly what they would want to happen. If you counter program it, like you said, WWE is the monster. If you got a Roman and I don't know, Triple H match because he comes out of retirement or something, like people are gonna watch that.
You can do that with a WWE show, but can you do that with a TNA or a Triple A show?
I mean, not to that same level. I mean, because you're gonna have to put the work in. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I think if you're talking about main roster, that's something else.
The last time we saw something preemptive was when AEW All In. AEW All In started at 3 p.m. And at that same time, you had NXT, Great American Bash.
Yeah, and it was Saturday night's main event, right?
There was Saturday night's main event, and there was also that was a different one because wasn't Worlds Collide that same day?
That was a different day.
That was a different day. That was again like there was times where it was like yo
they overlapped. Yeah,
AEW had a 5-hour show or an 8-hour show, whatever it was, and there was probably 2-3 hours
that were overlapped.
Yeah. That weren't overlapped.
Oh, that weren't. Well, yeah, I guess that'd be the same thing, splitting it. But still, it's a lot. Like it's not like I said it before when we off pod. It's not like Triple H can act like, or not Triple H, but TKO. They want to be the dominant only sports entertainment. They want to dominate sports in North America. You know what I'm saying? So. Whatever ruthless business is going to take is that.
It's like they just re-upped their media rights deal with Warner. And again, the biggest thing that what you can get, especially with Warner losing the NBA rights, live sports is still a moneymaker in any capacity. That's why Netflix was wanted to get Raw.
For sure.
Because it's like, we got something live that we don't have to produce.
We just get to put it on here.
A weekly schedule, 52 weeks out of the year, no breaks.
Yep. And we get 5 hours or 3 hours, 2.5, 3 hours. Yeah, exactly. That we can just fill.
That we can fill that. You know that at 8 o'clock you can tune in to watch this.
2 million on average, 1.8, whatever it is.
So the fact that they got their locked in and it's not owned by, it's not like WCW where Turner owned WCW. And so there was a little bit more politics involved. This is Tony's baby and he made a media rights deal. So the fact that you have Collision, you have your pay-per-views and your whole streaming library on HBO Max, and then I think you can also they have a deal for like their pay-per-views being on Prime now, where you can order them. And so the fact that they have a pretty kind of not built in, but they have really good media rights deals that it's not going to be easy to take them off. Like Turner is not going to be wanting to lose. Warner Discovery is not going to want to lose that live television space. They're looking for something live, sports, entertainment, whatever it is, because NFL is still sports entertainment.
Yeah.
That you can have on a 52 calendar weekly schedule.
You can just guarantee it. Exactly.
So I think it's gonna bring some eyes. Obviously, it's gonna have some impact, but I do think it's gonna bring some eyes that were originally not there. Just for the fact, again, you tell anybody, it's like, don't drink alcohol, prohibition. What do people do? They found ways to drink alcohol.
Yeah, but that's still a lesser percentage of people, I'd say. Granted, I'm one of those kids where I told you the fire department came to my school and was like, don't play with fire. That afternoon, I went home and I lit my trash can on fire. It was a paper towel, but then I was in 3rd grade. I was slow. Like, I remember I lit the paper towel over the trash can, but I didn't unwrap it, you know, from the whole paper towel. So then I rip it off and it's like 3 sheets, but now I'm holding it like this. But of course, what does fire do? It goes up.
Mm-hmm.
So then I throw it in the trash can. And I'm like, well, shit. Now the trash can starts going up. Well, I got my ass beat. But anyway, that's my little personal segue. That doesn't matter, but that's all I got.
That's all I got for Dynamite as well.
Yeah. But the Book of Wrestling, we got this up.
Let me get the Book of Wrestling. Let's play the music. If I can find this mouse. Book of Wrestling. We got
three moments.
3 moments. No matches?
No matches.
Keep playing.
I mean, I guess you could consider the one in the middle the oldest or the second oldest one. The match. But I was just thinking about the moment. But either way, 3 entries. I'll start with I guess the most modern one. 8/16, August 16th, 2004. I mean, I didn't even put the video in here because we don't need it. But I just put thumbs down. We all know what that is. On a Raw episode airing in Ontario, Canada, we saw a celebration for the newly crowned World Heavyweight Champion, Randy Orton, hosted by his Evolution faction mates. All was well until Triple H pointed the thumbs down to the signal to end of Orton's time in Evolution to Batista and to bear down and begin officially kicking him out of the group. He gave him the electric chair drop.
Iconic moment.
Yeah. So that was this week. That was today, exactly on the nose.
Yeah, it was enjoyable. That's a very iconic moment. I wasn't the biggest fan of Evolution. That was people dubbed the Triple H's Reign of Terror.
Yeah.
But that was a great moment. Like, again, anytime you see a thumbs down like that in such a way, like, you just know what they're recalling that back to. So
yeah,
always enjoyed that moment. I'll take the second one. August 14th, 1994, the infamous chair throwing incident, the very first ECW Hardcore Heaven event took place in ECW Arena in Philadelphia. Terry Funk and Cactus Jack fought to a no contest in the main event after the tag team of Public Enemy interfered. This event saw one of the most iconic moments in 90s wrestling when the audience threw dozens of folding chairs into the ring, burying Public Enemy at the end of the show.
Yeah. Please stop throwing chairs into the ring. That shit is crazy.
Yeah.
That's like, it was funny because as I put that in there, I was like, that's got to be the wrestling equivalent of Malice at the Palace, where it's like, just because your fans should not be engaged with this, they should not be able to take over the show, interfere like that to that level. You got to call it off.
Dangerous. Yeah,
exactly.
They were fucking terrified. I remember hearing an interview with one of the insane Public Enemy members, and they were talking about how that was a terrifying moment. Just being underneath all those chairs, and they just wouldn't stop.
Yeah. It's got literally an avalanche, a rain of chairs coming down. I think the only thing that would be good
throwing them joints.
Yeah. Like they was throwing them like at least definitely because they got to get up, like they're sitting
over
on the ground
in
floor.
The barricade.
Yeah, you got to get it up over just even the way you're throwing that is gonna be. It's not like it's coming in flat.
Yeah,
So
metal chairs.
Yeah, exactly. You just got to lay down and cover your head, and once you get that first layer down, just be like, all right, cool. I ain't even taking damage no more. Like it's just hitting the other chairs. And then the most fascinating one. I'm glad you said the other one because this is one I wanted to say.
You learned it.
Yeah, this week I learned this was August 12th, 1992. Rick Rude and Ric Flair were in New Japan.
Yeah.
In Tokyo, or in 1992 in Tokyo, Masashiro Chono defeated Ravishing Rick Rude in the final of the G1 Climax tournament. As a result, Chono became the new NWA heavyweight champion. The title had been vacant since Ric Flair was stripped of the title when signing with the WWE almost 1 year earlier. This had been the first time the title had been vacant in its 43-year history. That's what I was like, damn, that's crazy. I didn't even know that they even made that trip. And even the other note that it's like the only time it's ever been stripped or was vacant. So
That's crazy because, again, that was at a time where, like, American wrestlers would always kind of go to Japan. We would just never know about it.
Yeah.
Like, apparently, like, Hulk Hogan wrestled a shit ton. And, like, if you want to see, like, him actually be a good wrestler, apparently you got to watch his Japanese matches because it would actually, like, work.
Have to work.
Yeah. He would do, like, locks and everything like that. It's like, oh, I didn't know Hogan actually knew how to actually be
do a spinning cone hold and shit.
Yeah.
Chain wrestling and stuff.
And then, like, that was from WWE and WCW back in the day. They would always just be like, oh, yeah, we'll send out Ric Flair for, like, you know, basically like a residency for like 2 months or whatever it may be, and it'll just be out in Japan.
Yeah, got it.
You just would never
iron
know about
sharpening
it unless
iron.
you fucking got the tape.
Yeah,
you know, that passed down to you or somehow.
No, all the commentaries in Japanese, but that's it for the book of wrestling this week. Just those 3 moments. I mean, there's matches in there, obviously. I mean, you know, there was couldn't find nothing for New Japan. You know, Ravishing Rick Rude back then.
Somebody uploaded it to YouTube.
But I guarantee you that I didn't even put like I said, the evolution or the chair incident in there because I guarantee you those are on YouTube.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
But over to the boutique SmackDown. Good show.
Pretty decent show. Yeah.
Yeah.
You have the Primo, Carmelo, and the Miz.
I mean, we were super twisted drinking and like talking a whole lot.
Yeah,
we were like
half-assed
it. Yeah. So, but this one stood out to me the most.
Yeah, Miz and Carmelo got the win over Fraxium.
Yeah, they did.
And we were watching this, and you were like, Miz has got to just be on the sideline, just like, y'all do y'all thing, young brothers, young bulls.
Because even like freaking Axiom caught Carmelo Hayes when he does that rebound, springboard leg drop. Axiom caught him and was like, nope, springboard Spanish fly off the second rope. Like doing that. And of course, another Spanish fly into the Phoenix Splash, which is their finisher.
The Miz was out of nowhere, stomps on the back to break up the pin, and then DDT, tornado DDT.
Yeah.
Don't say my man Miz ain't doing nothing.
I was like, that's the most spectacular thing that you're gonna see him do. I promise you. But like that was
he flew across the country to do that.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, that was the one for sure. Like just watching it in the media, I was like, oh yeah, this is a Primo. These guys are putting on.
And even the way the match ended, because again, Melo had pretty much did all the work.
He did all the work.
And then he was going up to the top rope to go do his finisher. And what does Miz do? Just tags himself in and does
skull crushing finale
and gets the 1, 2, 3. And Carmelo's just sitting at the top of the rope, just like, bro,
like what the hell?
What is going on? So yeah, what you wrote is so in distrust. So
yeah, we'll
see how long this team lasts.
Yeah, because that's the thing is that like Carmelo was clearly like if you were a fighter in a fighting game or like a wrestling game, like he earned the finisher. His adrenaline was all the way up. It was beeping. He's about to finish it off, and then it's like, what the hell? Like you really just entered up. The rage mode goes down. Like you just took all the charisma away. But yeah, that was the Primo of the episode. Next, I would have this is sort of a dual entry because I guess this is a mid and a shake, one leaning into the other. Alexa Bliss getting the win over Piper Niven.
Yeah. But
this also, I mean, we got Charlotte, the not friends.
The reluctant friends.
Reluctant friends, yeah. So we got Charlotte out there backing her friend up in order to get Alexa the win. But what I appreciated about it was the fact that we just got the Secret Hervis like really doing double and triple duty, just going everywhere, being on 2 shows this week and last week.
Flying Florida, so wherever the SmackDown's going to be at, Boston this week.
Exactly. And them standing tall also. That's why this was a mid-rising for me, if anything. I was like, this is like arguably like peak shit for them right now. I could see like a tag team title match for them 2 coming, like for sure. So yeah, that's what I think we're getting to, whatever the next pay-per-view is. Or maybe if it's not Clash in Paris, then the SmackDown before. It'll be mid-rising.
I got 2 more mids to add.
Okay.
First one, Street Profits over DIY.
Oh yeah.
That was really fun. Candice LeRae hitting her and Corona off the side of the ring on Dawkins.
Yeah.
Onto Montez.
Yeah.
That looked really good. Also like to see Street Profits get a win. Even though last time we saw them, they kind of walked separate ways and they were just kind of distraught that they lost, I think. And people were like, like, is this going to be like them breaking up? But obviously, like, they're back on the winning side. And the other thing I want to add, this was a backstage segment. R-Truth, Ron Killings, was getting interviewed. And, he's like, I'm back. I'm happy. John Cena's back. This, that, and the third. And then Aleister Black comes out of nowhere and just kind of gets in his face, talking about, like, how he's going to beat Damian Priest. And then immediately R-Truth turns back into, like, yo, like, put some respect on my name, R-Truth. And I was happy to see that because I was like, all right, I hope that now that John Cena is now back to being the old John Cena, that we don't just get the old R-Truth. And it's just like, nah, man, like, Truth gotta, like, have that edge to him still. And I'm glad that it's still there.
Yeah.
I think he's still going to be putting, like, I don't know if he's ever going to win a singles title, but I do think that he's going to have moments where he's going to actually have some meat on the bones on his storyline. So I like that serious Truth is still around. So mid-rising, but or mid-stable, just for the fact that I don't know how long that's going to last.
Exactly.
I hope it lasts.
Yeah. I feel you on that. I appreciate that too, because I mean, really the question, because it's like, oh yeah, he re-upped his contract. Well, we don't know how long that is, right? So it's like, really, that was an organic like backlash that they got from the fans. Also due to the fact where I'm like, all right, they just want us to forget that Raw was actually his last match when it should have been Cena, or you could have, even if it was Cena, you could have like done it up more and did like career versus title, and we just know he's not going to win, But at least it's like that would have been the worst thing he would have did to wrestling. It's like, oh shit, like he actually got him fired. But yeah, like you said, I agree. I just hope there's meat on the bone for serious Truth. Yeah, Ron Killings.
Speaking about fire, we didn't even mention Karrion Kross and Scarlett. Their contracts came up at the end of end of last week, and he was on Ariel Helwani talking about how WWE came up from like last minute with a contract offer. It gave him like 24 hours to accept it.
Damn.
Again, who knows? Like, again, on the Masked Man, they were saying like, "Hey, Kaz believes it's a work, and you just got to go deep into this." He said like somebody said that what this generation's called of wrestling? It's called the Unreal. Generation.
I didn't hear him say that. Yeah.
You gotta make us believe, and you gotta kind of go so meta about it that, like, what is work and what's not. Like, they did it with the Seth Rollins injury, so could this be the same mechanism?
Where makes sense because also, like we said, kayfabe has been broken like long ago. Like original kayfabe is broken in like the 80s or whatever, 70s, 90s. Okay,
it was when Shawn Michaels and Triple H did the curtain call.
Okay, so with that being said, wrestling as big as it's ever been, like truly. So it's like people know who John Cena is. People know. I mean, these people are making those public,
John Cena's the bad guy on wrestling, but he still has to go out and promote Peacemaker.
Yeah, Seth is doing that. Cody's doing that. Bianca's doing that. So it's like
Seth is a heel, but he still could do Rich Eisen.
Yeah, exactly. Miz. So I mean, it's probably just roping all these productions in with we just got this thing, we got this sketch that we got, or this thing that we got to film. Like, just go along with it. Like, that could just be what the thing is now. You know what I mean? So that whole Rich Eisen, that could have been a work. Like even them not knowing.
Again, but to your point about the Seth injury and about how like sometimes you just like you want to have a clear delineation between like the real person and like the character. It's like, damn, like, how am I supposed to feel? I want to say, like, damn, bro, like, that sucks. You were definitely getting over more than you ever been, especially on the main roster. And then you barely were ever given TV time to actually get over, genuine TV time. And now that you're actually, like, if you're actually gone, that fucking sucks. Hopefully it works out for you in the long term. But if this is just a work, then it's just like, damn, like, I don't feel like I've been properly got. You know what I'm saying? Like, this just feels like you just like are just using heavy manipulation tactics to get over me. It doesn't feel very much story. It just feels like you kind of run through the gauntlet of how can you get over people, and now you're just kind of trying to like bleed in this like real shit where it's like, oh damn, I want to feel bad for the real person.
Yeah,
but
that's exactly what
this
the
is the
crux of it
character.
is.
So, just wanted to mention that. Can't make it go through the episode without mentioning Karrion Kross and Scarlett no longer being on the WWE roster. You have some shake. Well, at least you mentioned Alexa getting the win over Piper.
Yeah, I mentioned that just to segue that sort of conversation. And then in shake, I had the Drew blaming Cody promo.
I have this. I'll put this as a mid.
Yeah,
I like Drew made sense. This is like reminds me of when Xavier during his early, like before the New Day fully turned heel, he was like first trying to like he was trying to cheat and everything like that, and having that
trying to get it done by any means possible.
And I'm like, it kind of gives me that same kind of vibe with Drew, where I'm like, he was spitting. I was like, yeah, I don't blame him.
Yeah,
he made sense in that promo. And so,
yeah, by his logic, yes.
I was like, all right, Drew, like, don't worry who's from here. So Cody, you should beware. Drew ain't to be played with, even though you super Cody. Well, why do you have this as shake?
Well, no, just kind of similarly that, I mean, it's a, like you would say, similarly, I guess it would be a mid. I mean, I guess my immediate thought was just the fact that it was another Drew, like, he wasn't complaining, but he was, like, his just heel mechanisms. You know what I'm saying? We know this character, it's just more character work, basically, where it's like, we know his character. There wasn't anything, like, really more said, because, like, even if he didn't go out there and do that promo, I could have, like, at least hit like 3 of those lines where it's like, oh, it's not my fault. I didn't do it. He attacked me. You know what I'm saying? Like, we just know that character already, where it's like, he just went out there and did his Drew thing. That's just where I had it. But it's not like it was bad. But that's just where I sat with it. Okay. And also, once again, I think it also, because we were talking and discussing and not paying attention to the show exactly so much as it was going on, that like, even when, I remember when I did listen to it, we had to go back. I was like, let me rewind it. Yeah. Because whatever we were talking about was more important. And initially I was like, oh, okay, that's fine. And sure enough, it wasn't a match or nothing. It was just a promo. Yeah. So I was like, okay. And I was like, yeah, basically what I thought. Like, Cody ain't shit. I didn't do anything wrong, you know. So that's why I had it to shake.
Pretty decent show, though, of SmackDown. Also, Sammy officially is now on SmackDown.
Yeah, he did say that. That's a good announcement.
Solo said that he's like, I don't even know why you here on my show, blah, blah, blah. And then Sammy just like, all right, I'm officially a member of SmackDown now, which made me think, who does Raw get in exchange? Is that a thing? You think there's going to be an exchange? Like, you just don't give up Sami Zayn to not get something in return.
I mean, you'll get somebody else. I don't know. I don't know. That's a good question. We'll brainstorm on that. I mean, immediately, I don't want to say Jacob, because like all of them are in the same storyline. You know what I'm saying? We just got Miz and Carmelo up. Maybe, I don't know. Once again, you got to think of those catering people. Who's a singles person in catering? Or not catering, because Sammy's a big guy. Or maybe a person you want to give a push. They just need a refresh. That's really what the question is. Because Drew and Damian, Drew and Damian just came over.
Not Damian.
They were just on Raw.
Yeah. So. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to ponder that. We'll remember, we'll try to talk about it next week, or maybe it might happen when we see Raw on Monday. I've been slacking on these goddamn champions of the week.
Yeah,
I think I don't have one off the top of my head, so I think next week I'm definitely gonna have to. You might have to let me clear out and just get like a starting lineup of champions off next week. So, what's your champion?
All right, I got actually a double. I had to like do some research. That's why my bad. I was looking at my phone so much right here at the end, because I had the thought for it earlier in the week, and then we covered it on NXT. So I'll give you my half-assed one that I was working in my head. I had to find a quote, but this is the Donald Trump. The only thing that would make sense is for Canada to become our cherished 51st state. This would make all terrorists, all everything, totally disappear. This title going to Ethan Page and the Secret Herbis, Chelsea Green and Ethan Page, for their backstage segment after them getting their asses beat by Tyra May Steele. I was glad you didn't catch this. Maybe you saw it, but they're in the locker room and they're brainstorming, and it's like, we got a big problem. And then Chelsea, she's struck by inspiration. She's like, I got it. A peace treaty signing between Canada and the United States of America. So next week on NXT, we're supposed to get a peace treaty signing between Tyra May Steele and I guess Tavion Heights and hey, they're the representatives, the male and female representatives of Canada, and I guess America. So
see how that works out.
Yeah,
that's a bold move.
Immediately, and that's where I was like, because it's just stupid, and I was like, it had to be a Trump line, but I was like, that's an actual quote from the president right there. And the one that I actually had up earlier this week, this is the sorry, my phone is freezing. Oh yeah, the Dave Chappelle "When Keeping It Real Goes Wrong" title.
Great skit.
To Stokely Hathaway for his backstage segment after getting his ass beat, in which we did see in the crowd, which once again, AEW being so organic, like they asked this guy in the crowd, like, what do you think about Stokely? He's fat, bald, and gets no hose. And that is immediately, he gets that negative self-talk in his head, because in that promo directly after the match, Renee's like, Stokely, how you feeling? I'm really down. I'm fat. I'm bald. And I gets no hose. And I'm just like, they were like, hey, yo. They covered his mouth, and I guess, I was like, I don't know if that's actually a legit thing. I'm sure AEW, that's perfectly fine. I think that's in bounds.
Like about a week ago, too.
Yeah, that's in bounds. That's just like, they've been ripping on him saying that. So I was just like, that shit is so funny. I guess I'm just catching this.
Yeah.
But I thought that shit was so
I feel
funny.
like he said it.
I was like, he told us.
I think he said it as a line, as like almost like not a throwaway line, but just as a line.
Yeah.
But it caught on.
Yeah,
and now it's just becoming like his kind of like tagline.
And that's why it's the keeping it real when it goes wrong. Because in my head, it's like, yo, you said the quiet part out loud. Like, he really don't get no hose. Like, you are a square ass nigga, yo. I promise you. But yeah, those are the champions of the week that I got. Yes. I got double.
And I'll try to do clear out next week and go through a run.
That'll do it. If we not points for champions of the week at all, but like, I don't know, there's maybe a point. I don't know, maybe you add it up in a month or something.
Yeah.
Just to like maintain or put the extra mental fortitude in. Like, we'll put like 1 point on it a month for like, I don't know, best ones or something. I don't know.
That's when we actually get a
crowd. That's when we get a crowd. Yeah, so we can't do that because I know it's just us two. So yeah, when we actually have an audience, we'll keep that in mind. Yeah.
Last thing I want to leave off with before we close the show. I said Triple Mania.
Yeah, 33.
Tonight,
yeah.
9 o'clock on YouTube. I don't know the rest of the card, but we do know the main match is Dominic Mysterio, Vikingo, El Grande, and Dragon Lee for the Mega World title.
And we know it's Los Garzas versus Psycho Clown and I forget his name. But
I'm moving into the main Mega World title. 100 chips. Are you familiar with how to play 100 chips?
No.
I give you 100 chips. You divide it, and how many ways you think is going to be like the favorite. So if you think the favorite,
pie chart,
basically. But yeah, just kind of split the 100% off.
Sure, because of, once again, this episode is named the TKO WWE Empire Strikes Back. I'm putting 75% on Dominic. Like, if I would bet on Dominic.
75 on Dominic. What's the other 25?
Because that's going to be a huge moment for Triple Mania anyway. His first win, regardless.
What's the
in front of the Mexican
25-5 looking like?
Dragon Lee's out. Like, Dragon Lee gets like 10, or he gets 5. Yeah, he gets like 5.
Chip, that's 5.
Yeah,
and then 20.
No, he gets 2. He gets 2%, and then El Grande and Vikingo. That's like 13 and 11. There you go.
That's 13.
Vikingo has the 13 because he's the actual champion.
I would go Dominic.
And like I said, I can imagine him coming up to Raw with like the title, because we haven't seen the AAA Mega Championship on WWE television. So
yeah,
and I agree that they would much rather have it be Dominic. Duh, like it goes with like him booking himself as king of the luchador. So yeah,
I go Dominic 60 chips, 25. No, 35.
El Grande better not win the fucking Mega Championship.
No. 30 for Vikingo.
Okay. You got 10% left.
Yeah. 5 for El Grande, 5 for Dragon Lee.
Okay. Yeah, you're more realistic. You're way more realistic with the El Grande.
A chip each for El Grande and I want to give 10. 25 for El Vikingo.
10 for Grande and 5 for Dragon Lee.
I want to drop Dominic to like 55 because I would say El Vikingo has a better than 25% chance.
All right. You got it. It's funny you sitting here like you're just blinded. Like, yo, what are you talking about? They respect all these. No, they're not doing it. I've been telling you.
I still said Dom's winning.
I know. But it's like, yeah. But anyway, that's been this episode of the Wrestling Re-Up. Do all the social engagement things, especially here on this YouTube channel. This is primarily where you will catch us. We will be putting up some more YouTube shorts, getting you people in here and engage with us.
On the socials.
Follow us here, like, comment, subscribe, smash all those buttons. Our social media is everything at the Wrestling Re-Up. No hyphens. Okay. This is the Habesha Hayes. I'm the French Fry Pro. We out of here.
Catch y'all next week. Peace.
Episode 59. It'll be another.